Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome to this class for Yoga for Eating Disorders, Friday morning class. My name is Robin Love. I am a certified yoga therapist and the founder of the Atta Yoga School, which is an online yoga school. You can find me at attayoga.ca. So for today's class, I was thinking about a class where we could explore how you experience your breath in your body. And in particular, I was thinking of this practice as a practice for a transitional time of day, say after you finish a day of work or school, and now you're moving into something else. I thought this class could be a way of exploring how does the breath feel in your body and as a guide for movement, so that moving forward beyond today, you could think about what do you need in that time where you're switching gears and you've been focused on one thing and now you're focusing on something else, and you want to come to it with a kind of clear mind that and energy in your body that's appropriate for whatever you're doing next. So that's the idea. Let's see how it goes. So this practice starts seated, and then we'll come to stand, and then we'll be laying on our backs for a little bit, and then seated again. I have a yoga mat. You don't have to have one. I'm also seated on a cushion. It might be helpful to have a cushion or a folded up blanket or towel, just something to support underneath your hips. But other than that, I don't think we need any other props. And as always, please move in a way that feels correct in your body, and trust that. So we're going to start in a seated position, a comfortable seated position. You could also be seated in a chair. So finding your seat, we'll be here for a little while. So like I said, I have a low cushion underneath my hips, so I'm comfortable. I am seated on the ground and I can feel the connection to the ground through my legs and my bottom ledge cushion. So take a moment and really find that connection to the ground. And when you're ready, you're going to start to feel yourself sitting up nice and tall. Feel your spine lengthening in your body. You might move a little side to side. You could sway a little back and forth, but try to find a place where you're sitting up nice and tall and imagining that your spine is very long and strong. And then you might tuck your chin just ever so slightly. Let's let our hands rest in our lap. You might choose to have your palms up. You could close your eyes or shift the gaze downward. We're going to kind of limit what's coming in through our eyes, so we can really focus on what's happening inside, in particular with our spine and how that works with our breath, and move from there. So once you're settled in your seat, spine long, plenty of space in your torso to breathe, tucking the chin ever so slightly. If you can, breathing through your nose. I want to draw your attention to your breath. You don't have to do anything particular with your breath, but just become aware that you are breathing, that air is moving in and out. Just simply by that awareness, it may invite the breath to slow down, knowing that for this practice, we really value a long, slow, steady breath, whatever that means for you. Once you're settled, let's bring our hands somewhere up near our collarbone. So you could just rest your fingertips right there. If that's okay, you could even let the whole hand rest there. Keeping the chin a little tucked, the eyes again either closed or the gaze is downward, breathing through your nose. Next time you inhale, can you feel some lift underneath your hands or your fingertips near the collarbone. As the lungs fill, and then as you exhale, you might feel that settle again. Take a few breaths like that. Again, valuing a long, slow, steady breath, but not aggressive. It's really one where there can be some effort, but it's effort without tension. Feeling that rise under the collarbone on the inhalation. Now we're going to change the position of our hands, but still keep our attention, our awareness on the inhale. I'm going to take the backs of your fingers and just rest them along the side ribs here. So now as you inhale, can you feel that there's also this expansion side to side in the rib cage? So it's easy to sort of imagine that the inhalation expands us in the front, but it's also expanding us side to side. One more place for our inhale. We're going to take just our fingertips and bring them to the space right at the base of your neck. You might feel that vertebrae that's called C7 right there. And I'm going to go right to either side of it with my fingertips. This is a little more subtle to feel. It's okay if you don't actually feel it. By even just bringing your attention and your fingertips there, you're inviting something. So breathing, feel your inhale. You might notice there's some movement underneath your fingertips. Sometimes it takes me a few breaths to really feel that. So just knowing that the inhalation is causing a lot of subtle and not so subtle movement all throughout our torso. Now we're going to take our hands and rest them a little bit lower down on our abdomen. Think about like your pointer finger somewhere near your belly button and the other hands underneath, other fingers underneath. We're going to focus on our exhale now, but continuing that long, slow, steady inhale, just trusting that all that movement is still happening. And now as you exhale, maybe with a little more intention, you're going to slowly, gently draw in the lower abdomen on the exhale. Not aggressively, but just very gentle. And then you release it as you inhale and exhale. Should feel some movement underneath those fingers below your belly button as you exhale. Again, it's gentle, not aggressive, and it releases on the inhale. So we're not going to hold it in on the inhale. We let it go. So now we're going to bring in some more movement with our spine just to sort of explore this a bit more. So next time you inhale, let's inhale, raise our arms from the front. And as you exhale, let the hands come and land right in front of you. You may lean forward. If you're in a chair, they could just lean somewhere on your knees or down your shins a ways. But if you're seated on the floor, you're just going to let your fingertips come down onto the floor. Too far. This is very gentle. And then exhaling, you might take another inhale here and exhale. Come forward. You could walk your hands a little more forward. You're going to tuck your chin even more, rounding the spine. This time as you inhale, I invite you to feel that back body opening. And the whole back rib cage, can you feel that opening? And then as you exhale, drawing the lower abdomen in. Slowing down the breath. Two more here, really paying attention to that feeling that as you inhale, there's that expansion across your back body. And then as you exhale, you're gently drawing in the lower abdomen. Last breath like that. Next time you inhale, walk the hands back up to the center. We're going to do, you could say the opposite. So inhale, bringing the arms up. This time as you exhale, let them come behind and just land the fingertips behind you on the floor of the mat. They can stay up like a tent. Keeping the chin quite tucked. Feel that inhale under the collarbone. And feel now the whole front body opening. Think of that front part of your spine opening. And as you exhale, still drawing in the lower abdomen, noting how that feels quite different from the forward folding position. And the reason we're keeping our chin tucked is so you really want all that opening to be happening here and not in your neck. So we're keeping our neck nice and stable and inviting this openness across the front of our body. Still drawing in the lower abdomen on the exhale, still breathing through your nose. If you can, the inhalation and the exhalation are about the same length. One more here. Next time you inhale, returning to center. We're going to now explore that side body opening. So you inhale, let's send the right hand out to the side. Exhale there. Inhale, send the left arm up overhead, as if you were trying to reach something on a shelf that's off to your side. And then the right arm elbow can be bent. Inhale now, really feel that left side opening on the inhale. As you exhale, you guessed it, the lower abdomen's drawing in. I still have my chin a little tucked, even in this position. Again, your eyes could be closed or keep the gaze downward. One more breath here. Next time you inhale, come back to center. Exhale there. Inhale, slide the left hand out just a little ways, keeping the elbows soft. Exhale there, soften the shoulders. Keep the chin tucked. Inhale, the right arm comes up and over again, going beyond the center as if you're trying to reach something that's up on a shelf. Breathing now into the right side body on the inhale. Exhale, belly draws in. Chin is a little tucked. Maybe one side feels quite different than the other. That's completely normal. We're asymmetrical beings. Most of us have differences side to side. Just feeling how the breath is moving, depending on the orientation of the spine. Last breath here. Next inhale, let's inhale, come up through the center. Exhale, let the hand rest. We're going to do one more seated, which is, we're going to do some gentle twists. So for this, we're going to move a little bit. We're going to move more dynamically with our breath, and we're going to move incrementally deeper. So the first time we twist, we're going to twist at about what you might think of as half. half of what you think you could be doing. So I'm just letting my hands rest in my lap and then inhaling, sending the arms up. I'm gonna twist to the right as I exhale, draw my belly in. My chin's a little bit tucked. I'm just gonna let my hands drop on either side of my knee. Inhale, I'm returning to the center, arms coming back up. Exhale, the belly's drawing in, and I'm turning now to the left, same thing. Really not a huge twist. Inhale, coming up. So the next one, I'm gonna just go a little further. Notice that I'm moving at the speed of my breath, which is long, slow, and steady. Just twisting a little further that time. Might even go just a little further. But I'm not going to what I would say is sort of, if I knew what the furthest, I'm going at about 70%. So whatever that is in your body. We're gonna do one more, but this time we're gonna stay in the twist for a full cycle of breath. So stay wherever you land. Again, let it be somewhere around 70% of what you think you could do. And then stay here. How does it feel now to inhale from this twist position? And then as you exhale and the lower abdomen draws in, how is that? Next inhale, we'll come back to the center and we'll do the other side, same thing. Exhale, landing, letting the hands land wherever they land. Stay there, chin is tucked. Inhaling, how is it on this side? You can adjust as needed. Maybe you went too far. Bring it back. Exhale completely. Next inhale, returning to the center. And we'll exhale, let our hands land down back on our lap. And let's turn our palms up. Open position, tucking the chin, sitting up tall, eyes can close. Really feeling, connecting to the breath and feeling that breath moving through the body. And I invite you to imagine that your breath is like water. So you could even imagine that you're standing or seated safely on the shore, maybe of a lake or a pond or the ocean, your choice. Maybe it's a favorite place. Allow yourself to be there. And can you connect the gentle waves coming in on the shore and going back out with your breath? You can just imagine it. Inhale, the waves come in. Exhale, they roll back. Inhale, the waves gently come in. And exhale, they recede back. So let yourself be there at the shore of your lake or your ocean. Waves coming in, connected to the breath, and rolling out. As I said, it helps if it's somewhere that you really love to be. Makes that connection stronger. But it's also okay to totally imagine. And we're letting that water be just the right temperature. We're in winter now, but maybe it's summer in your visualization. We're going to let that image go and that connection between the waves and the water go. And we're going to come to a standing position. So I may just talk you through this rather than demonstrate. So you're going to, again, be tuned into your own body. How does it feel? But you're going to come to a standing position where your feet are about hip width apart and you want your feet to be, in general, parallel to each other. As you come to your standing position, it's just like seated. You want to be long, tall, and through the spine, tucking the chin ever so slightly. You could close your eyes or shift the gaze down and really feel your feet on the floor or the mat. Take a moment to even out your stance so that the left side and the right side are equally supporting your body, the front to back. If only for a moment you feel like you are equally standing, both feet front to back, side to side on the ground. We're going to continue to move with this way that the breath is moving through our body. So letting the hands hang alongside your body. We're going to now lift them out to the side with the inhale. Again, start about halfway. Inhale, send the arms out to the side about halfway, maybe shoulder height. Exhale, as the belly draws in, you let them float down with control. Inhale, you might even start to feel that expansion of the inhale. Let it help lift the arms maybe a little further. And then exhale, they float back down. Keep going like that, inhaling. Let the breath do some of the work. And now you're going to let them go a little higher, moving at the speed of your breath, which is long and slow and steady. Inhalation equals exhalation. Eventually, the fingertips may come up towards the ceiling, or they may not. We're going to let our breath be the number one priority. So what is the most supportive of your inhale? What arm position? For me, that is usually not fingertips right up to the ceiling. There's usually a little bend in my elbows. That's where I feel my most expanded, open. Exhale, floating down, belly draws in. You can keep going like this, or if you like, you could also lift your heels off of the mat on the inhale. So as you lift the arms up, the heels begin to rise off the mat. You're coming onto the balls of your feet. And as you exhale, you're going to lower down slowly with control so that the heels land as the hands come alongside your body. So for this, you probably need your eyes open, which you might have already noticed. It's much harder with your eyes closed. But see if you can coordinate the heels and the arms and really use your breath. If you fall out of your standing position, it's okay. Just come on back and keep trying. Maybe don't go up so high next time. And really find that connection to the breath. Sometimes I imagine it's like that exhale is just like under my heels, letting the air just coming down as it guides my heels down. One more, finish the one you're on and do one more. And we'll meet up again in this standing position with our arms by our side, feet about hip width together. We're going to add in some more movement. This time, when you inhale, you're going to inhale the arms up from the front, but find that inhale position, maybe with the elbows bent. And we're going to come into a gentle forward fold. We'll demonstrate this one. So you're going to come into your forward fold with your knees a little bent. So, but it's the same idea. You want the forward fold to come from this drawing in of the lower abdomen. So let's take it out of our hamstring. So you're just going to soften your knees a little. Inhale, find that nice inhale position. Exhale, draw the belly in, pull forward. Again, maybe you're just coming like 50%. Inhale, send the arms up first. Feel the spine lengthen, press through the feet and press all the way up. We're going to stay up and exhale, lower just the arms down. We'll do that again. Inhale, come on up with the arms and that nice wide expanse. Exhale, draw the belly in. That starts the forward fold. The chin is tucked. If you come a little lower, keeping the backs of the knees soft. Inhale, reach out with the fingertips first. Press through the feet, come all the way back. Stay there. Exhale, lower the arms. We'll do one more like that. Inhale. Exhale, forward folding. Inhale, reach out and up, press all the way up. And exhale. I'm going to add on a little bit here. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. This time we're going to come halfway up. Let your hands rest on your knees. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach out and up. And exhale, lower the arms. We're going to try just a slight variation on that. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, forward fold. This time with the arms out wide. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Come all the way back up. Exhale, lower. Now we're going to add in a slightly different way, but it's going to, again, finding that opening in the front body. So inhale, find your inhale arms. Exhale, draw the belly in, forward fold. This time as you inhale, you're going to bend your knees even more. Drop your hips down and send the hands up, coming into that chair pose, Ardha Utkatasana. So notice how my front body is quite open here. In my inhale arms. Stay here, take a breath. Explore the breath from this position. My chin is a little tucked. Next time you exhale, you're going to exhale back into that forward fold. Inhale, reach out with the fingertips, come all the way back up. Exhale, lower the arms. Good. Now we're going to come to the top of your mat, facing the long edge of the mat if you're using a mat, but I'm not standing on a mat, it's fine, you don't have to. And we're going to step wide. Step wide and just notice that your feet, again, should be parallel-ish. My preference would be that they were slightly more in the pigeon-toed direction than outward. We're going to do some standing twists from this position. It's Trikonasana, Y4ED. Rotated triangle. Inhale, bring the arms up to shoulder height. My chin is a little tucked. As I exhale and draw my lower abdomen in, I'm going to bring my left hand to the outside of my right leg. Again, maybe 50% here. While my right hand moves up to the ceiling, my gaze moves up to the ceiling. Inhale, coming back to the center. Same thing, other side. Now I'm going to go a little further. It's my second one on the right side. Same thing now, left side. By going slowly, incrementally deeper, it really just gives me a chance to make some choices. How far do I want to go? Not based on what I think I know, but what is actually happening. What is actually happening? What actually feels correct in my body? not what I was doing yesterday or whatever. So it's feeling kind of nice. So I'm a little lower, but I'm still moving with my breath, letting the breath lead the movement, moving at the speed of the breath. Yours may be different. Trust yourself. Next time I come to the right side, I'm going to stay in the twist for a full cycle of breath. Inhale, turn, come up, and exhale, other side. Same thing. Stay here, take a full cycle of breath. Returning to center on inhale, and then exhale. Let the hands come back alongside the body, and we're going to step back up to the top of the mat. And then just take some very gentle forward folds. So maybe return to that hip width apart. Inhale, send the hands up. Exhale, just keeping the legs quite bent. Inhale, very gentle. And once you've done 3 or 4, very gentle, that can be enough. And you're going to come to land your back on the mat or on the ground. So again, you probably want some support, maybe a folded up towel under your head or a very shallow pillow. You don't want anything that's going to interfere too much with your neck being kind of in a neutral position. So if you're someone who tends to be more like this, it would be helpful to have something underneath the back of your head just to make your neck be in its more neutral position. You want your nose pointing to the ceiling, not your chin. So take a rest just for a moment. Find your way onto your back. Take a rest. Once you've settled and taken a short rest, reconnect with the breath and that intentional breath that's long, slow, and steady. Excuse me. Where inhale equals exhale. If it's helpful, you could even put your hands somewhere on your torso so you can feel that movement happening. And again, I want you to call to mind that you're sitting or standing at the shore of a lake or a pond or the ocean. And as the breath moves in and out, it's connected to the waves moving in and out on the shore. So your breath becomes the waves. Inhale, the wave comes in. Exhale, it recedes back out. This water is gentle, and it's just the right temperature, connected to your breath. We'll let that image go one more time. And if you're not already, I'm going to invite you to bend your knees so the soles of the feet come onto the mat. We're gonna lift the left leg off the mat and just catch your left kneecap in the palm of your left hand. My right hand is just resting alongside my body with the palm down. Take a nice inhale here through the nose, stay where you are, and as you exhale and the lower abdomen draws in, you're gonna let the thigh move in towards the torso. Might not be very far, it's fine. Inhale, it comes back away. You might find it's helpful to be a little wider than hip width apart. As you exhale, and the thigh moves in towards the torso. It comes away, the arm will straighten, but I'm not using my hand to push and pull. It's really, I'm following the breath. It's like it expands, the leg moves away. As my lower abdomen draws in, it allows the leg to move forward and down. So the movement is following the breath. We're going to add in a little more movement here. So next time I inhale, I'm going to flex my foot and send it up towards the ceiling and open my arm out to the side in that inhale position. You can keep your leg bent. You want your sole of your foot parallel to the ceiling. And then exhale, return the hand to the knee and you draw the thigh into the torso. So inhale, extend the leg up, flex the foot, the arm comes up and out. And exhale, everything returns in towards the center. You keep going like that. Last one here. So finish the one you're on, do one more. And we'll let that left foot come back onto the mat. Same thing with the right side. First start without sending the leg up. So just finding that inhale, the arm is straight, the thigh is away from the torso, exhale. You might like it to be a little wider than hip width here. I'm just moving my legs so you can see what's happening, but you can keep your leg up here. Inhale, it comes away, the arm straightens. This is called Apanasana, Ekapada Apanasana, one-legged Apanasana. Once you've done a few breaths and movements like this, then you can, on the inhale, send the foot up towards the ceiling, arm out to the side, and exhale, everything returns back in. Moving at the speed of your breath. One more. And then we're gonna do both legs at the same time. So inhale, both feet go up towards the ceiling, feet are flexed, but keep some space between your legs. So don't join them together. Keep as if you were hip width apart. Exhale, everything comes into the center. Inhale, both arms go out, feet come up to the ceiling. Exhale, draw the belly in, everything comes into the center. Let's do one more. We're going to let our feet come down onto the mat about hip width apart. If your knees are okay, you can tuck your heels right on in, close to your hips. If you have some knee issue, I would say let your feet be maybe like a hand's length away from your hips, but not too much further. That creates a new kind of a problem. And we're gonna do this also incrementally, starting at about 50%. Inhale, press into your feet and lift the hips off the mat, half of what you might think you can do. Exhale, you're gonna draw your lower abdomen in and roll the spine down onto the mat. Inhale, press into your feet to lift the hips, so we don't want any tension in the neck. And exhale, roll down. So that time I went a little higher. My chin is still tucked, by the way. Keep going. Maybe coming to about 70% of what you think you can do. Moving with your breath. And then we're going to combine these last two that we just did. So inhale, I'm going to move my arms now. Inhale, coming up, lifting my hips, arms come up and overhead. Exhale, roll down, and I'm going to lift my feet off the mat and catch the knees into the palms, draw the legs in. And then from here, flex the feet, send the feet up and the arms come wide. That's inhale. Exhale, coming everything back into the center, catch the kneecaps. This time, inhale, drop the feet back onto the mat, the arms come overhead as the hips lift. Exhale, everything comes back into the center. Inhale, send the feet up towards the ceiling, arms wide. Exhale, Apanasana. Inhale, this is called Y4ED. Feet on the mat, press, lift. Exhale, Apanasana. Let's do one more round. And then exhale, everything comes in. Apanasana. And then just let your feet come back onto the mat. We're going to roll to one side, use your hands to help you. We're going to return to our seated position. Find that comfortable seat, just like when you started. So take a moment. Feel the connection to the ground, through your legs, through your bottom. Sit up tall. Let's put our hands on our thighs or knees with the palms up, tucking the chin, letting the spine be long. And again, one more time, calling to mind that image of the waves coming up onto the shore and receding, and it's gentle. That water is just the right temperature. And the waves and your breath are moving at just the same rate. Once you have that connection, I'm going to do just a little bit more with some movement, but keep the connection, the breath and the waves moving together. Inhale, the wave comes in, exhale, it rolls out. Inhale, we'll open our arms wide. As the wave comes in, exhale, as it rolls out, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, open wide, exhale, let it roll out as the hands come into the heart. One more, inhale, exhale. And keep your hands here. Let them drop back onto your lap, your choice. Letting go of that image, just stay with the feeling. Stay with the feeling. The breath, the water, the waves. Stay here as long as you like, or as you're ready. Couple of choices. You can either simply extend your legs slightly, keeping the knees very bent. Do some very gentle forward folds with your eyes open. Inhale, coming up, exhale, coming down. Very gentle, keeping the knees quite bent, or if you prefer, you might want to come onto all fours. Inhale, eyes open, looking up, exhale, sending the hips back. Gentle breath, no more conscious control. 3 or 4 in either of those positions with the eyes open, just to reconnect back to your space and your more normal way of being in it. And that is your practice for today. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope the idea being that depending on where you're headed with your day, there's some of those movements really might support that, and some of them might be less supportive, and you can pick and choose. Moving forward, what do you need? That front body opening, or maybe some forward folds, or maybe some of that twisting. Your choice. Thank you for participating.